Welcome to Ann Arbor and the Big House, home to one of the most storied programs in college football and the first one to win 1,000 games, the Michigan Wolverines. A Big Ten showdown coming, conference games where the results will stick with you for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the UCLA Bruins taking on the 11th ranked team in the land, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Wolverines will get us underway with the opening kickoff. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. The Bruins will be in a hole. Turn. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if...
He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And he breaks into the open. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. And it's caught! Touchdown, UCLA!
Man, a really nice job understanding. I got to get to that gap where there's a little bit of open space in the middle of the field when I run that post route. QB lays it out for him, and he catches it, gets 2 feet in bounds, in the end zone, touchdown.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So the Michigan Wolverines offense will try to get something started with their first possession. This matchup on the outside, Jesse, a big play weapon for the offense, a shutdown corner for the D.
They say big-time players make big plays in big games, so who gets the best of this matchup? That's going to determine the game.
I mean, such a fun chess match. How much are they on each other during the game? The head-to-head matchup that everybody wants to see.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Up near the 40-yard line, they'll mark it at the 39 to pick up a 15. Inside the big house, they have those big condominiums down there on the field paving the way for the running backs.
Big, huge condominiums, and every year it's a little bit different of how they wear their uniforms and how they fit their uniforms, but the style, always the same. Line up, hit you right in the mouth. That's who Michigan is.
Well, that's a really nice job surveying the field and delivering an accurate throw. You know, when I think back to Michigan quarterbacks, I think of guys like Elvis Gerber or Tom Brady, Jim Harbaugh, Brian Griese, guys that can hurt you throwing the ball from the pocket, surveying the field, reading defenses, and making quick decisions. This guy has the ability to do all of those things.
Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw.
Wonder if they'll throw it again after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 49. To the ground with the back. And it'll be a pickup of 9. They're facing a 3rd and...
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
It'll be a run on 3rd and short. And the Wolverines get it past the sticks. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on 3rd down all season long. They're just never able to...
Off he goes! A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the 1st down.
Oh, man, what a run. He wanted to get it in the house, but nice explosive play in the run game to get all the way down to the 1.
Great effort by him. I'd expect this offense now to try to go fast, punch this thing in using tempo.
On 1st and goal, they have a chance to answer with a score of their own. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Michigan!
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Looking to pass on 2nd down. Quickly to the tight end.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism. He's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He's got the tight end. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. And the Bruins will bring the punt team onto the field. He'll try to really get into this one. Wants to return it. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's going to get loose. Found a lot of running room before he goes out of bounds, and what a way to build a little momentum. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Touchdown, Wolverines! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
UCLA will go back to work on offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Paul.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. At the 35, he's loose. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'm always keeping track as a defensive coordinator of where they're running the football. You can see they ran it to the right. Do they like this matchup? Is the right side of their offensive line really good? I'm going to be paying attention to that because that's a big game. I got to make sure I shut this down the next time they run.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
It's a reverse. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
There's just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the second. Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. Coming after it. Turns it loose deep. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. The Bruins will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Here's the return. Smashes ahead. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. And, David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your...
Trying to burn this defensive back. Makes the grab down the left side. And he's running in the open. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Michigan. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. UCF found a way to pull out a victory. It wasn't vintage Knights football today. Those folks in Orlando won't remember this one forever, but they will remember it was a W. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there.
All season long, we've been watching this defense dominate against the run. They're the #1 rush defense in the entire country. With a big lead in this game, you cannot run the ball and expect to win and get back in it.
Wants to throw on second down. Trying to get to it. They're working that left side. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
For a wide receiver screen to work, you've got to have better blocking out in front by other receivers, and they're just not physical enough at the point on that last play.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Out of the backfield, he's open. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. And the Bruins come to the line with a new set of downs. He'll come out throwing on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Proctor. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Spins away from the defense. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Hold it. Open.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. The Bruins are on the move. He's looking to throw. Setting up the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. They keep attacking through the air. Pressure coming. Didn't have much of a choice there but to get rid of it.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. They're snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Got him downfield. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. One big play and you go from a little backed up to threatening. It's 1st and 10 from the 40. Back to the ground game on the left. They make the stop right at the 30-yard line, but it's a 10-yard pickup and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Right back to the well.
And as an offense, having success on a run play like that early in the game just opens up all the possibilities of your playbook moving forward. Play action, running the ball, throwing the ball, screens, anything is at your disposal at this point.
Right through his hands and incomplete, and he'll want that one back. It'll be 3rd down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Looking to throw on 3rd. And that pass picked off. Trying to take it back. He's inside the 40. The 20. 10. Touchdown Wolverines. What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. No midseason concentration lapse here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Look, I know it's only the 2nd quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. They're going to open this drive with a pass. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. On 2nd down, looking to throw. He lobs one high down the left side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Powers through the defender. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
It's just not a lot of great play calls, guys, for 3rd in California. So you hand it off, you try to get some of that yardage back, and see what happens next.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Takes it on the return. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Bunch formation, trying to confuse the secondary. Back to throw, it's Beard. And they're not on the same page there. And now on 2nd down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. Going to try to get it himself. Still running at the 40. And how about that run? A huge gain and the slide at the end. The Wolverines moving quickly to the line. Looking to move it through the air. Deep shot for the end zone. And the pass is intercepted. He'll try to take it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. Line gets set, 1st down. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Lofts one high and deep. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. They go to the ground.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of them. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He's going to pass. They're bringing heat. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
This one's complete. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
At the pace this guy's going at right now, this could be a record-setting type day. This could be a game for the ages for this dude. He already has 2 touchdowns, picks up that first down. This is still the first half, guys. What is this guy capable of doing the rest of the game? We're going to find out.
The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock. Just enough time for one final play of the half. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he's taken down after a short gain, and that'll do it for us here in the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, it is tough to beat the Big House when it's full and rocking as it is today in Ann Arbor. And we have to start this halftime breakdown by addressing the play of this elite wide receiver. This is clearly a young man who, once he's finished playing on Saturdays, he's going to be playing on Sundays. The kid has different gears. He has a knack for finding gaps in the defense. And I can't remember a college player with that kind of catch radius. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in the Big House.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. And the Bruins will boot it away to start the second half. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Guys, here come those maize and blue wing helmets on offense. Looking for a productive play on first down. They'll start the third quarter with the run. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. Right back to him on the ground. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call.
Hold it. Open.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Now on 2nd down. The give to the back. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Grabs it in the middle. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. And the Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Buys a little extra time. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was, so he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
That's a really nice pass. You can see why this guy right here gives the Michigan faithful reason to be optimistic. You know, for years we know Michigan has always been good at running the football, but they've got to be able to throw. They've got to be more consistent making big plays through the air. This guy...
He's going for the big play. Makes the grab at the tag. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6.
And a big reason why this team has the lead in this game is because of plays like that. They know they've got firepower throwing the ball. They've got the dudes outside that can make things happen. You saw it in the first half, and you see it here again early in the third quarter.
On the option. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
I'm not sure what the quarterback saw on that one, but that was a very quick decision to take off and run with it to try to get his offense some positive yards.
Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Movement here from the tight end. Trying to punch it in. Touchdown, Michigan! And the punishment has been extended. Man, did he show some hops for that one.
Some serious vertical right there. I'll tell you what, everybody in front of you, hey, I'll go by air if I need to. Good job getting in the air, getting the touchdown.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Illinois went on the road and just dominated. And that's one way to grab attention on a national level. Make a statement in someone else's house and prove you're legit. And did the Illini ever do that? The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there.
It's just simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7.
29 Philly, 2-9 Philly.
Off play action. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
They're trying to run the ball on first down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. 4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a 5th. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Fires one high and deep. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Bruins decide to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, you know, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
He's got his man. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. They'll run the option. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, they went QB designed run, but there just was nowhere for their quarterback to go. It couldn't go outside, and there was just way too many bodies on the inside for him to get anything positive. They lose a yard.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. It's Beard. Looking for a deep man. It's complete. A huge pickup. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before it's finally stopped. The Wolverines have their offense in high gear. Looking to go up top on first down. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And he is marked out of bounds after another big game. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. And the Wolverines trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown Wolverines! And the stomping has commenced. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
It's caught.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
This is the type of play that can give the offense momentum. 3rd and short from inside the 20. From the gun, wants to pass. They're trying to get to him. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And this has been one of those days you want to forget. I mean, you're getting drummed. There's no other way to put it. It's been a bad day. I'm trying to put a drive together here, maybe to just get some kind of momentum, something positive, maybe something in the locker room we can talk about that didn't go well.
Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You've put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. The play action fake. Now he's going to break the pocket. He'll let it go down the right side. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
But how about that? This team is way up in this game, and they're still taking shots in the 4th quarter. There is no let-up.
On 3rd down, going up top. Got it! And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now, late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. Touchdown, Michigan! And the route is on. You see some confidence over there as they're closing in on a Week 7 win.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on the heels.
This offense has a second down play. He's looking to throw. He's got an open man. Hit the afterburners, kid. Smashes through. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. And the Bruins look to do some damage in the red zone. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. That's caught. It's straight. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. He wants to throw it again. Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
On 4th down, trying to keep the drive alive with the run. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
He looks that one in nicely. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. 2nd down coming up. Looking downfield, it's Beard. Feeling some heat. Tosses it incomplete.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but just live in this moment and try to.
He's got it down the right side. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 at the 11. They are in no mood to show any mercy as they keep flexing their muscle on offense.
Up big in the 4th quarter, and you just keep taking shots down the field. That tells you something, okay? You can take what you want from it, but this offense definitely not interested in running clock, interested in making a point.
The give, and tick, 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 tick.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. But, talking to the coaches coming to the game, they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
They'll go right back to the run. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. This is a tough one. A 3rd and long from this part of the field. They can, though, pick up the first down. Quarterback checking the play. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Moving toward the end zone, and the ball is free. And the ball will bounce out of bounds on the fumble. And here we go, final play of the game right here.
3 and 25.
They'll try it on the ground. Takes it into the end zone for the touchdown on the final play. The denouement, the epilogue, the finishing touch.
And some people might say that's piling on, and I get it, but they're not throwing the football all the yard. They're running the football, getting other guys in the football game. It's your job to stop it, and then just add stats to the stat count.
This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop you. Let them do their job. You just keep going on.
It's not about the X's and the O's. It's the Jimmies and the Joes. This is why recruiting is so important in college football. They just had better players. More physical. They were faster, and it showed today.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA.